So you said that you've been tougher this year. Have you been pressing your buzzer more?
I always press the buzzer. Yeah, I love it. It's actually good fun pressing the buzzer. Tougher. Yeah, I think I'm not as patient this year when it comes to the pursuit of finding talent. So I tend to, rather than think or question my instinct on something, I just go with it.
There's a lot of talk about your golden buzzer choice this time around. Can you defend it?
Well, the thing about the golden buzzer is it's an idea where each of us judges can put someone straight through to the live semi-finals without the other judges necessarily liking them. Now, all the others, they made really conservative choices because, you know, they just want to go for the popularity vote. But I feel like what I love about the show is I love the nutty acts and I want to champion them.
Who do you think has the best golden buzzer act?
See, that's a good call. I would say the best two, for me, is definitely Amanda and Simon. And I'd go as far to say one of those two could win. Ant
and Dec took your seat for a day. How do you think they did?
They did terribly. In fact, I was at dinner with them recently and I said, how did you find it? They just couldn't deal with it. But then again, I couldn't do what they do.
Simon and David must be so hard to deal with. How do you cope with them on the panel?
They're kind of not hard unless it gets a bit nasty. I mean, there was an incident this year where David nearly blinded Simon. There's your headline. He threw a pen at Simon and Simon was quite cross and I was quite cross because I was sort of right there. They were having a banter about, you know, boys' toys or, you know, how big their cars are compared to their other cars. And then suddenly this biro went flying and it hit Simon on the eye. Oh, and it wasn't funny.
And I wanted to ask about Squiddly and Diddley. Are you going to get them trained up as dancing dogs?
I mean, at the moment, I couldn't get them to sit, let alone be dancing dogs. I mean, they are literally the worst behaved dogs I've ever met in my life. That's why I love them, though.
I heard you and Stephen gave Simon a bit of baby practice, though.
Yes, it was quite disturbing because Stephen Mulhern sat on my lap and I sort of pretended to feed him and burp him. And this was meant to be, you know, like a masterclass for Simon and in becoming a father. He really, I think he just found it quite disturbing.
I saw you said you wanted Eric started in show business early, so will we see him on the show this year?
Give him a couple of years. I'm kind of dreading that moment, I think. You know, Daddy, can I go on one of your shows? No.
Simon been any softer now that he's a dad?
Softer as in he's nicer to be around. Like there's something a new baby brings, which is that joy. And Simon, you can see it's radiating from him. But in terms of his judging style on the panel, that's just the same, which is brilliant. I wouldn't want that to change.
We heard Simon almost get hit by a knife thrower.
Now, this is where maybe having a baby has made him, as I say, a bit more kinder, because I would never allow anybody to throw knives at me, let alone an 11-year-old kid. But he did, and it was a close shave, but let's thank the Lord that he's all right.
We've heard a lot of X Factor rumours, obviously. Are any of the rumours that we've heard true?
I think a lot of the stuff I've read about that, you know, I was, you know, slating Gary Barlow and stuff like that. I mean, that's not true. I mean, Gary did a fun job. I did make a comment, we have different tastes. If he was running a record company and I was running a record company. But in terms of the rumours, Rita Ora, no. Rihanna we never spoke to. Louis I would like to come back, but it's a decision I've got to make with the producers and ITV. So we'll see what happens.